afternoon, Year 1. It's Monty's math session number 17, and we are continuing to think about telling the time. And today we are thinking about half past times, half past. So Monty, you're going to sit there. Now before we start our session today, I thought you might like to see someone who's been staying with me. So just hang on in a minute and I'll just find her. Oh, look who I've got here. Here's SEO. Do you remember SEO? Of course you do. Now, she has been up to mischief. She's been in my garden and she is rather dirty with soil because she's been tunnelling, making lots of tunnels. And yesterday, she was so deep down in the soil that Mr. Hindown had to dig her out for us. So then she had to have a bath. So there she is. I think she's enjoying herself, but as soon as we go back to school, I'll bring her back to see you. Oh, she's coming right out to see you. Can you see her? There she is. Say hello, SEO. She's going to go back on my floor when we do our learning, all right? Now, we're still going to use SEO, though, to help us, because I've got an SEO clock. And I am going to use SEO to show you how we turn the clock to make different times. Now, at the moment, SEO is pointing to the 12, right at the top. Now, if SEO makes a half a turn like this, she points to the 6, which is half past. She's made half a turn around the clock. Half a turn. I'll show you again. Now we start on the 12, which is o'clock, and she's going to make half a turn. You watch where she goes. Half a turn, and she points to the 6, and it becomes half past. Half past. Now if we were at school, we'd be doing that, standing up and turning towards the clock and turning, wouldn't we? Because we know that in a whole turn, we would do 4 turns, because there are 4 quarters. So it would be 1 quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters, and back to 4 quarters, which makes a whole. But we can't do that because it's a bit difficult, because you wouldn't be able to see me if I was standing up. But you could do it, you could try and do that. So let's just look again. She's on the 12, SEO. She's going to make a half a turn to make it half past. Half past. All right. Now we'll just have a look at the clock over here. And I have made a time here. Oh, you try and tell me, what do you think this might be? Can you see it? Now, what you've got to remember is that when we're making that half turn, the minute hand has to go round half a turn, and the hour hand moves just between the 1 and the 2. So you watch what happens. So at the moment it says 1 o'clock. Now you watch the red hour hand, what happens to it as I turn it round. You watch. It gradually moves to go in between the 1 and the 2, because it is passing the 1, and it becomes half past 1. Half past 1. Now if we do that again, we'll move it round, and if you watch the hour hand, that's the red hand. I'll start at 2 o'clock this time. 2 o'clock, all right, that's 2 o'clock, and we're going to go round half an hour, 30 minutes. 30 minutes is half an hour, so it's half a turn. And you watch where the hour hand moves to. Watching, so it'll go in between the 2 and the 3, and then it says half past 2, because it is going past the 2. Past the 2, half past 2. All right, so you try again. Let's make it, let's make it 4 o'clock. There we are, 4 o'clock. you could do this with your clock. Would you like to go and find your clocks? Try and make 4 o'clock. Well done. Now if you turn your hand, your minute hand, round half a turn, which is half an hour, you can see that your red hand will move into the middle, going past the 4 and moving on to the 5. So it's 4:30. 4:30. Now this is what I want you to practice this week, making times that say 30:30. And if you could make your own picture of a clock in your book, and then you could show me where the long hand should be on the 6, and remember, whichever hour it is passing, it has to be right in between. So if it's past 4 o'clock, it will be between the 4 and the 5. If it's going past the 7, it will be between the 7 and the 8. All right? But I'm sure one of your adults will help you do this. So have a little bit of practice. 30:30. Well done. See you soon.